Hi guys, we have another Vlogmas video for today and I thought we could just have a chat. I just did this makeup tutorial. I will link it up here if I put it up first. Hopefully I do. And you can check that out if you haven't already. And what I wanted to talk about are makeup, eyeshadow palettes that I still think about late at night. That are old, basically. So I'm the kind of person that if I want something, I don't care if it's old or new. If it's on sale, that's probably when I buy it. Like I just bought 2 palettes that are like over a year old. Yeah, I'm not really someone that as soon as it comes out, I have to get it. And partly the reason is because I'm in Australia. By the time I get it, everyone's already done their reviews on YouTube, and so mine's late and unwanted. So I've just kind of submitted and been like, if I'll get it when I want to get it. I don't feel that pressure to get it like all the other beauty YouTubers, because I'm not America, I'm not Canada, and I'm not Europe. So unfortunately, I'm quite late on everything basically. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 palettes. Some are multiple from the same brand. So let's start with, what do we call her? Mother Pat? McGrath? I don't know what we call her. This is the Bronze Seduction Mothership palette. Is it the Bronze Seduction? I forgot to put the name in it. No, it wasn't the first, but it was one of the first that like blew up, I think, of her 10 pan eyeshadows. It's just beautiful. The bronzy, reddy, chocolatey tones and those shimmers. To me, this is like almost a perfect palette. The only thing that it lacks for me because of my skin tone is just a lighter transition shade, but that's not a huge problem. This is something that would be versatile for every skin tone, which is much better than my complaint. But I just think it's the most beautiful palette. I'm looking at it in my laptop here. Sorry, I keep looking down like this. I love the red. Like I said, it looks like a red shimmer. That top right corner, is that a special shade? So I've never tried Pat McGrath eyeshadows before ever, but she just had a really good sale and I bought my first ever quad. I should have it by the time this video comes up, but I know that they're very slow on shipping. It hasn't even been shipped and I bought it a few days ago. I bought a quad and a blush highlighter trio. It came in like a set, and then I got 25% off that set. I'm very excited because I've never tried them before. So I thought I'll start with a quad. I'm sure that I'll love it, but I really wanted this quad and it wasn't $200. So I started with that and then I got a face product, but this is the one that I've, really wanted. There's other ones that I want. I want the Utopian, I want the Divine Rose, but this one has consistently stuck by as one that I want. Another one is from Huda Beauty, or as I like to call her, Huda Beauty. This is the Naughty Nude palette. Now, I like this one more than the Rose Quartz. I've really been umming and ahhing with the Rose Quartz, and if I'm realistic, I think I would prefer the Naughty, but because the Rose Quartz is newer, I'm comparing the two because they've got the same layer, is newer, so I'm like, oh, that's the one I should get. But the reality is I want the Naughty Nude. When I first saw this, I wanted it. But when things come out, you gotta factor in, do I have the money? Did I just buy too much stuff? Sometimes when things come out that are brand new, it's not the right time for me to buy it, but this is stuck around. Just those warm tones and those shimmer tones, they look phenomenal. So I think there are certain palettes that I'll talk about today that I'll probably never get, but I think this is one that I would get. There was a sale that I so regret a few months ago where you buy one, get one free. No, it wasn't. It was a set. It was buy the Naughty Nude and Mercury Retrograde for the price of one. I added to cart everything and I was like, no, I don't really have the money, Sam, don't get it. And I didn't get it. And that is one thing that I still think about regret not buying, because I really want this palette, and the Mercury Retrograde is just stunning as well. I think those two are actually better than the Rose Quartz. Rose Quartz is beautiful, but it's very, very cool toned. I like something with a bit of variety, if I'm honest. So I think I will eventually get this. Next week, this is all pre-filmed. Next week is Black Friday and I'm holding out because I think I really want to get it. And I don't anticipate Sephora to have a good Black Friday sale. So I think I would buy directly from Huda Beauty's website. So fingers crossed, because I still think about it a lot. Every time I see it, I'm like, I should have bought you. Those are my tones. And you'll see in the theme, the first Pat McGrath is similar to this. It's those warm, reddy tones and brownie tones that I love so much. Okay, next one, we have two minis from Natasha Denona. I mean, realistically, I want all the palettes, if I'm really honest. But the two that I keep thinking, I actually think I want to buy these. I've added them to cart and then taken them out. Added to cart, taken them out consistently. And that is the Mini Retro eyeshadow palette. I love the soft, I love, when I wear color, I like muted color. Kind of like today, I've got mustard colored eyes. This is the same. It's got the muted pinks and the muted greens and then a gold in there. It's perfection. I just think it is gorgeous. Nothing like the big retro, which I have and I love. See, that's a cooler tone palette that I love. It's still got that richness and intensity while still being cool toned. And then the other one is the Mini Zendo. I didn't like the full size Zendo, but I prefer the mini. And this is similar to me, it's similar to the Retro Mini, because it's got those green and pinky tones, but in just different ways. This one I feel has a little bit more depth because it's got that chocolatey aubergine color. But it's just beautiful. I could really see myself wearing this. Even if I didn't use that bluey green color, it's a very neutral palette and it's very wearable. So those two, I feel like I might eventually buy them. I just think they're a good size and they're a good price for Natasha. Not a good price, but for Natasha, it's a good price. It's affordable. Okay, the next I have two from Melt. I love Melt Cosmetics. I'm holding out for them for the Black Friday sales. There's a few brands, actually all of these ones that I'm looking at are ones that I would like to check out on Black Friday essentially. But the main ones are Huda, Melt, and then the next brand I'm going to talk about that I'm looking at seriously considering buying in the sale, because they're all older. They should go on sale, you know. That's the good thing about Black Friday and wanting palettes that are old. They'll probably go on sale. So this is the Millennium Pinks palette. Now this did not get a lot of hype, and I did hear that the formula wasn't great. A lot of people say that about Melt. I have the 420 palette and I love it. I love it. So maybe I just have no taste in quality, but I love it. So I can't really take that into account. I saw Raw Beauty Christy use this when it first came out and she loved it. And the eye look that she created was the blues and the pinks. It looked phenomenal. She did like a blue gray pale pink look, and when I saw her do that I was like, I want that palette. And ever since I've wanted that palette, and I think it'll probably get discontinued, but I don't really care. I think it's bloody beautiful. I love those kinds of pinks are stunning. Then in the middle we've got some brownie rosies, and then we've got some cooler, richer, bluer tones. I love it. I absolutely love it, and I want it. And the more I talk about it, the more I want it. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for this on Black Friday as well, because I can just see myself really wearing this palette. The next one is the Mary Jane palette from Melt. I've been so close to buying this as well as like a smoky palette. I would use this when I want a smoky eye. I think it is phenomenal. It's a neutral smoky palette. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's a bit of both, and that's what I love. I like a little bit of both, bit of versatility, mix it and match it. I hope this one goes on sale too. I really hope Melt does a good sale because I also want those two palettes. I already know what I want if it does go on a big sale. If it doesn't go on a big sale, I probably won't get it. If these items that I want go big on the sales, I'm gonna get it. I also want the dark maroon gel liner. I think it would look so good with this palette. So that's another thing that I want because I don't have anything like that, and I can see myself. I don't usually use gel liners, but that kind of color I think I would. So they're the 3 items that I want to get from Melt. The next one, I have 3 palettes from Lime Crime and they're all very old. So I have the original Venus and it's one of my favorite palettes. Lime Crime formula is so underrated. I don't know why more people don't talk about it. Like, I understand they had some controversy in the past, but they're no longer a part of the business. And I think I am a huge Lime Crime fan. Their liquid lipsticks are my favorite formula. Their eyeshadow palettes are fantastic. What else have I tried? I love their blush, their software blushes. I love Lime Crime. A lot of people don't talk about them and won't talk about them, and I totally understand that. But I love Lime Crime. The Venus Immortalis eyeshadow palette. This is similar to the Mary Jane, that it's like it would go well with this red lip kind of, but this is a lighter version. I feel like this is more of a wearable, smoky, cool toned palette. And this is the kind of cool toned palette that I want. Oh my God, it's beautiful. And I know, because I know the Venus formula is really good. The mattes are beautiful, the shimmers are stunning. They're not like the most insane shimmers, but there's something about them that's really good quality shimmer. It's not like your indie brand over the top, but sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you want a nice shimmer that isn't like going to blind someone. The next one is the Venus 3. I love pink. I love pink. I love pink eyeshadow. And that second on the top row, what is it called? Beam. And the next one, Heavenly. Honestly, that top row could be a quad and I'd buy it. It is such a beautiful color story, and I would wear I don't swear. I would wear the bejesus out of this. Okay, and then the last one from Lime Crime is the Prelude Exposed Eyeshadow Palette. Once again, such a beautiful color story. The second shade on the top row, Virgin, and the third, Flesh. Such unique, soft, muted, beautiful colors. I can just see the look that I would create. The middle 4 as a quad, yes. Yes, give it to me. I love this palette. So I want all 3. And when I say I want all 3s, I literally cannot pick the number one that I want. Like, if I had to pick one, I don't know which one I would pick. I want all 3 because they're all so different and so cute. And they're little 8 pans. And I just think they're adorable. The next one doesn't exist anymore. And it's Colourpop. Because Colourpop has 1,000 eyeshadow palettes that they've made. I looked it up and it's exactly 1,000. And this one was around for a long time and I regret not buying it. So if you know something that I don't know, please let me know if this is available to buy somewhere. This is the Disney collab. I hate Disney collabs. I just want to put that out there. I don't like them. But this one was different. This one was the Mulan collab. And this eyeshadow palette, excuse me, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Muted, neutral, shimmers, mattes, reddy tones, brownie tones, goldy tones. It's just delicious. Even the blushes that came out in this collection, I don't know why I didn't buy this collection. This whole collection, they even had this gold shimmer lip gloss that I wanted. The whole collection I wanted. And it's very rare that I like a whole collection of Colourpop. And this was one of them and I didn't buy anything and I don't know why. Maybe I was poor then. Maybe I didn't have the money. There was a time, and this has been out for a long time, that I wasn't working while looking after Ivy. So I wasn't earning an income. So it could have been then. Let's just say that's what it was. But I just think it's such a beautiful palette. The next one is from Rowan. This is the 1111 palette. Is this the first one that they came out with? I don't remember, but I remember when Rowan first came out and I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, this is a stunning brand. So Rowan is a clean beauty brand. That doesn't influence me, if I'm honest. But what has stopped me is A, the price, and B, I have heard that they are a creamier consistency and that they do crease on the eye. And your girl's got hooded eyes. So hearing anything that creases kind of prevents me from purchasing, especially at this price. If it was a bit cheaper, I could probably afford to take the risk. But so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. It just looks so romantic. That would look good with this red lip too. See, I'm trying to convince myself over and over and over again. It's very neutral, and I love very neutral. Something that's like heavy warmer, heavy cool. I wear it, but I do prefer the neutral range because I'm a neutral gal. My skin's neutral. So yes, I think about that one a lot too. The next one is in and out of stock, but I did hear that they are discontinuing it, so I don't think I'm ever going to get this one. This is the Menagerie Cosmetics Killer Purr palette. It's currently sold out. It's always sold out, and then they bring it back and then it sells out quickly. This color story is just phenomenal. I could live without that bottom right hand teal shade. I don't usually wear teals, but everything else I would wear. This is a very warm palette that I vibe with. It kind of reminds me like the Metropolis palette is a very warm palette that I vibe with. There are certain warm palettes that I'm like, yes. But ones that I wouldn't be so much, maybe like the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, that's maybe a little too warm for me. Even the bronze palette, maybe a little too warm for me. Look, if I had it, I would not say no. It's still beautiful. But this is still got that neutral vibe to it that I love, but still warm. And it's beautiful. I have been following Menagerie Cosmetics on Instagram for so many years when the feral, actually, wasn't it before called, it had another name, Monster, something with Monster in it, Cosmetics. And then they became Menagerie and brought out the Feral palette. That's when I discovered Menagerie. But back then, for them to send a palette to Australia, it was more than the cost of the palette. So I never bought it, but I was in love with the Feral palette for so long. So long. Okay, next one, we only got two more, is the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. Guys, the amount of times I actually tried to buy this year, I didn't partake in the Christmas in July sale. I just felt like I didn't need to. But last year I did. I bought the mystery bags and I wanted to buy this, but it sold out like instantly. So I didn't get it, and I actually planned to buy it when I was buying last year. This palette, same muted colors, neutral, cool, warm, a little bit of everything, but also very wearable. And the top, just these shades. And I know that Sydney Grace quality is like a 10 out of 10. I have some of the singles and they're just divine. They're absolutely divine. So maybe one day I will get this because it's something that I consistently have wanted. And I know that the quality would be outstanding. So that's the other one. And then lastly, we've got one luxury product, like when I say luxury, I mean like designer luxury brand, and that's Chanel. This is the Les Four Ombre exclusive creation, multi-effect Quadra eyeshadow. This came out, I want to say a year ago, I think, because I remember buying my husband Chanel perfume for our anniversary, and they had that there, and it was quite new then. So yeah, it's over a year old. And I just love the shades of this. The only thing is it's $100 for 4. So I'm a bit like, I don't think I can commit to that, sorry. But I love these shades. This, I would just pop it on, done and dusted, out the door, love it. So this is something that's very luxury. I admire it. I've always wanted it. I've consistently wanted it, but I don't think I would get it. I just can't justify. I think I saw it when I was looking at this. It was like $108 or something for 4 shadows. Maybe not. But yeah, that is all the ones that I am eyeing. I'm sure there's others that I've forgotten about, but these are the ones that I could think of at the top of my head that I consistently want. Let me know palettes that you have still got your eye on that are old and no one talks about anymore, basically. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new here and you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.